Asmongold responded.
Come on, what do you do? Street interviews?
Yeah, sometimes.
Who's behind the mask?
I'm anonymous.
Have I seen you before?
Do you watch street interviews?
Yeah, some of them.
Do you know SNEAKO?
No way, SNEAKO. Seriously?
Now I'm not anonymous.
Oh, dude, you fucking fell off. If only you had some morals, dude.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you made good videos back in the day.
Wait, what do you mean? How'd I fall off? I got banned for 3 years and I'm still doing great.
Way back, like back in like 16, 17, 18. You made amazing fucking videos on YouTube.
What did he do?
So how did the morals change?
Oh, just changed the content entirely.
No, I didn't. I've been posting videos for 3 years on Twitter. You just didn't see them. And I got unbanned.
Dude, you went downhill, dude. You were chasing the fucking cloud.
If I was chasing clout, then why would I say things that got me banned everywhere that I ended up being right about? Like COVID, like Chris Tyson.
Oh, you were hoping.
Man.
I was right. I was right. I was
Man.
Andrew says I was the only person who was against the vaccine, and then I ended up being vindicated. YouTube apologized to me. Israel, I was the first.
This is the shit that pissed me off. Like, he started, if only you had good morals. And then I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? Let's talk about it. And he's like, I don't know. Like, don't come in with a strong stance and not be able to defend it. That's the shit that pissed me off. When people have strong beliefs about things they know fucking nothing about. Right? They have convictions and like, they'll say something strong enough to my face, say like, you lost your morals, you fell off. Okay, well, that doesn't line up. Like, I'm disproving his logic. He said, oh, you just did this for clout. Then why did I just say things that got me banned everywhere? If I was doing this for clout, then I would not have said things that had big tech all over my ass and got me banned for 3 fucking years. 3 years. I did this for clout? If I wanted clout, then I would have stayed on all the platforms. Then I wouldn't have said things that were against the terms of service at the time that YouTube ended up apologizing about. That's the shit, like this body language here, really common with liberal men, where it's like they can't even engage in that. Like okay, what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, look at the body language. He's aborting because he realizes like
he's developed a strong worldview and does not want to change it, or like if it might conflict with his what I'm saying conflicts with his already set beliefs. He's literally this is a physical representation of how closed-minded people are and why people are such NPCs. If they just shut everything, literally turn and walk away from it after saying something disrespectful. Is that C Wave?
First day free palace. Oh, come on, you could say some shit and then walk away.
Honestly, fucking based. Somebody goes around, starts talking shit, and then immediately he goes and brings up actually fucking based. Yeah, he got pressed because he thought he was gonna talk some shit.
If you have strong beliefs and morals, then you should be able to stand on them.
Especially the reason why, and some people are like, oh look, he has, or he walked away. He started out by saying, oh, you don't have morals. So if you have strong morals, be able to stand on it. Explain it, say it. Because this is not how a conversation, there's nothing moral about that. The fact that he led with that, like, okay, like that I'm morally better than you should be able to explain that and say why. And when confronted with information that conflicts with your worldview, when you're challenged, you should be able to engage in that.
That's that fraud shit. How you gonna say some shit like that and then walk away and then not even...
Wow.
I have no respect for
yeah, there it is. You know, it's 2025 when SNEAKO's right. Yeah, Twitter keyboard warrior. Yeah, like that's the thing is people like that, they have one response, but they don't think out like what they think beyond that. That's the way they are. And SNEAKO did fall off. I don't know. I think he's very popular now. Honestly, I think.
But what he's saying when that guy said you fell off, he's not saying it in terms of clout measurements, which I saw people were laughing about. And even then, like he could believe that. But what he's saying is like you fell off in terms of like, I don't like you anymore because our politics don't align. Saying you fell off morally from me. You fell off, and I just don't agree with you anymore. So you fell off in that terms. That's what he's saying.
He is, and now that he's back on YouTube, I think he'll probably continue to become more popular. I think that's really what would happen. Honestly, I think SNEAKO handled this really well, and I think the guy that came up to him acted like a massive fucking bitch.
Shout out to Asmongold, man. I really appreciate him saying that. I really, really do appreciate him saying that, man. Asmongold's a real one. And he's the biggest political streamer on Twitch. It means a lot for, yeah, that's dope. And he's right. Like you could see that this guy had strong convictions but isn't willing to stand on it. So you can hate me. People are gonna hate me. They're gonna continue. But don't hate me blindly, because then you're just an idiot. Then you're just walking around as a dumb, stupid idiot. This is the problem, and we should have been able to reanalyze this, especially after COVID. The blind belief, believing things that you read without actually looking, without developing your own worldview, is how the world got shut down for no good reason. Why they said 2 weeks to stop the spread and all this ridiculous things like social distancing, like putting your mask and then sitting down and taking it all that nonsense that people were all the paranoia is because people believe without any good reason. we should have been able to self-correct and look back after now and change that. And it's frustrating and it's annoying and it's just stupid that so many people still do that, you know, because all these people, like the guy right here, is the type of guy, he 100% got vaccinated. You know this guy. You know what this guy believes. You know who he voted for. You know what he watches. You can figure out a lot about him just from this interaction. But this is the issue, is that like I'm literally here talking to him. He has a strong belief and he doesn't want to engage in it. But this is, a lot of people believe this about me. They believe that like, oh, I'm hateful. They believe that, you know, my morals change or that I'm a clout chaser, which is just like so easily disprovable. And the reason I know people are saying to me, and Zerka said that, you know, I got too emotional, stuff like that. I need to get better about that. The reason that, you know, that this is like sometimes hits is because of how much I know I sacrificed to do this. And it was because I was trying to do the right thing, try to do something that was gonna better society. You know, saying those things at a time when it was risky, I faced so much backlash for it, and I ended up being right about it, and they admitted that. But at the time, doing all that, it was a lot of damage and a lot of reputational hits, and it was a risky decision to go down that road. And now that I'm vindicated, now that I've been proven right about so many of these subjects, and then people still don't, and people still continue to dogpile like that. It's like, what was it for? I was doing this to try to help you out, to try to like better the world. Really, that is why. I'm not trying to sound holier than thou, but that's the reason you say things that are true when it's extremely unpopular. And that's when it matters the most. Are you going to say what's right when you can risk losing everything? If we don't have people that are doing that, then everything crumbles. And so I've done that. That's been proven to be true. And then still people are like, oh, you don't have morals, you're a clout chaser, all this stuff. That's the stuff that I'm like, I almost feel betrayal. And it's not even from this guy here, but it's like this old fan, right? He's like, I used to watch in 16, 17, 18. I feel betrayed by the people that I was speaking up to help. The fact that they're siding with the big tech platforms. They're siding with the people slandering. They're siding with cancel culture instead of somebody like an individual. Who cares about their validation? No, it's not about their validation. It's about what's right and wrong. But go ahead, sorry.
I don't know, I'm kind of just playing with this idea like it's a side effect of sympathy. Like if you turn up your sympathy too far, you kind of become like, you know, people who are on the far left, liberals in New York City. And then if you turn your sympathy too far the other way, then you kind of become too far on the other side. But I don't know, I'm kind of like playing with this idea of like sympathy is kind of the core of it. And I forget where I heard it, but somebody said like people on the far left have suicidal sympathy, where like they're anti-ICE, they want immigrants to come into their country, they want to give women rights to abort their child, like even like you know, all of those things. But living in a city, I mean, people are usually very progressive and very liberal in a city because they're around so many different people, and so they build this sympathy for everybody. But when you have sympathy for so many different people, you kind of build
sympathy for none,
contradicting morals, you know?
So the reason liberalism is fucking stupid is because a lot of these people are well-intentioned. They want the betterment for everybody, right? What they don't realize is that everybody is going to be self-determining. Like when you break it, like, yes, it sounds on paper, sounds good. Help trans people, help illegal immigrants. They deserve, like, I argue with a guy on the Woman podcast. He's like, we shouldn't just help Americans. Americans should help everybody. Like, this is why you go into different countries and bomb them all and spread democracy. It's a stupid ideology. And also, you should prioritize your own. Everyone does. When you explain that to liberals, you need to prioritize yourself. They're like, that's selfish. Okay, break it down. A mother has a baby. Is she going to prioritize her own baby or someone else's fucking baby? Her own. And we know that, we see why that makes sense, because the empathy and the sympathy there is easier to break down, pregnant woman, all this stuff. But that transcends to all parts of society. Americans should prioritize America. The American government should not care about illegal immigrants. We need to put our own citizens first, because people are overdosing on fentanyl and there's problems in this country. Once liberals realize like that you need to prioritize your own, well, I mean, a lot of them just won't. A lot of them just like live in this idealistic world, right?
Yeah, you pointed that out the other day, that they always say in an ideal world,
and it doesn't fucking exist. Yeah. That's what I love about the Woman podcast. Like, is it okay to be fat? The second episode, I asked a woman, "Is it okay to be fat?" Yeah, I don't like using that word. I'm like, okay, what's a better word? Big bone is like, isn't that just the same thing? In an ideal world, we don't look at people's bodies. Yeah, but we don't fucking live in an ideal world, bitch. We live in, like, we see people, and if you're fat, that's the word to describe it. Just because it hurts your feelings doesn't mean that I'm gonna go and change. And that's the whole trans ideology, really. It's like they are uncomfortable, they need acceptance, and so everyone has to adjust for their feelings. It's prioritizing emotion. And that's why I get demonized by these people so much, and why they hate is because when you tell the truth in that way, instead of getting mad at, or instead of getting mad at reality, which is stupid in itself, but instead of like being like, oh, this is a problem, they get mad at the messenger, right? Like, I'm the embodiment of fascism. I'm the embodiment of the individualism over the collectivism. And that's why I know some people were saying like the clip is legitimately funny. Like, I have the mask and I'm like, hey, like my fucking smile is hilarious, and he's like, oh, fuck you. That's funny. Yeah, going forward, it's like, I know situations like this are going to continue to happen, but I'm just explaining my, I feel betrayal, which isn't, I'm not saying try to justify it, but yeah. And I appreciate Asmongold saying that. Let's finish it though.
And the fact that he just had those examples, he was polite about it. He didn't get his feelings hurt. He just like said, oh, really? Like, what is that? Like, if I was trying for clout, why would I get banned everywhere? Like, I mean, really, like, he made that guy look like a fucking retard, man.
I brought up a lot of good examples, and he had just had nothing. And he had nothing.